So we've reviewed every iMac we could find that was under $100, and the results were nice. But what if we raised the budget to $175? What can we get? And is it worth it? Well, we're about to find out.
Hey guys, we're back, and now we're going to talk about this 2017 iMac. I already recorded a video about this when I first bought it, and I, for some reason, can't find the file. But this is good news because after I bought it, I bought two other different iMacs, and I think I got a little bit more knowledgeable on some of the things. And so now I can really give a better opinion, I guess you would say, about it. Just full disclosure, I'm on the hard drive right now, and this recording may not come out right. And so I might record a little bit on this one and then switch to another drive because it's acting very slow on the standard hard drive. So I'm not going to do anything right now. I'm just going to go ahead and give you the story because you missed it, because I lost the other file. Anyway, I was on the 2014 iMac that I purchased for, what was it? $60. Put an SSD inside. Very happy with that. The specs were not great, and if you watch the 2014 video that I posted, it's really kind of a slow computer, but with the SSD, decent, very good. And then I also put in there why I decided to get one for myself. And in the process of searching around, I found this 2017 iMac, and it was $150, which is way out of my price range. And my theory was if I could sell the 2014 and then a couple of the older iMacs that I had at the time, I would have the $150 to pay for 2017, assuming that it would be much better than the older ones. And I didn't know if it would be or not. When I look up reviews for the 2017 21-inch iMac Retina, there weren't many. Very few. If you look up 2017 iMac, all you're going to get is 5K, 27-inch. There's hundreds and hundreds of 5K reviews. And because that's what I guess people were buying at the time, and as I explained in the other video, I don't like the 27-inch because it's too big for my desk, and I prefer a dual screen setup. So I'd rather have two. I normally use a 24-inch on my PC, so I'd rather have the 21-inch and then maybe like a 24-inch side by side. I don't really like using one screen. So I did get some reviews on it. I saw it had a Retina display, which is supposedly nice. And then I actually said I'm going to buy it. And then in the morning when I was going to pick it up, I said I'm not sure anymore. I didn't want to be a flake. Like, we already had a deal, so I don't want to say no, but I was having reservations, and we talked a little bit and stuff, and he said, I'll meet you halfway, so it's not so far, because it was a long drive for me. And anyway, so we made the deal. I didn't even get to see it on. I bought it in the parking lot. But the cool part is I actually got to know the guy. He is actually a video editor by profession, and this was his video editing machine for a few years, and then he switched to a MacBook, and we talked. I showed him some of my videos, and even though, you know, they're very amateur, he was saying, you know, good start, and then maybe this will help you, you know, get actually like professional and get the real video editing software and stuff like that. So I was really nervous, drove all the way home, plugged it in, it worked fine. And that was in the other video, which is gone now. But that's okay. And so now we need to compare this 2017 to the other options. So for $150, it's now $50 more expensive than the best 14 or 15 that I was able to put together. And is it worth the difference? That's the question. The first thing that I noticed is that it was very slow. And so first, let's just look at the specifications. Okay. So 3 gigahertz quad core Intel Core i5. The 14 that I was going to keep was a dual core with integrated graphics. And then we have the Radeon Pro 555, 2 gigabyte. So I'm guessing this is normal for this. And so let's just compare. This is the actual specification options for this year, 2017. And then we're going to compare that to, I didn't know this, but in 2015 they did offer a Retina display. So it's a 3.1 gigahertz quad core, but I think it's 4th gen. Pretty, not too many people bought this. I don't think. Almost everyone bought the 27-inch. You probably won't ever see one of these because it's pretty rare. And then there is I just found this out today actually. There is actually a base model 2017. I thought all the 2017s had a Retina display. So this one was $10.99. The Retina was $12.99, which used to be $14.99. And then of course there was the 5K. So again, the question, is it worth it? So there's several things. You also notice that there's no 2016 model, I guess because they were gearing up for this. And honestly, this would be fine for me. Plus I'm not a Mac user, I don't know all this technical differences, but it's been like the same kind of setup for we've done 12, 13, 14, 15. They're all similar, but not this one, but this one. So of course the Retina display, as soon as I tried it, even though I'm not a big resolution guy, but it's so pretty. Like it's so nice. It's like an iPhone or an iPad. And that's what people like, I guess. So that's the obvious difference. I mean, if you had, let's say like a 2013, and somebody said, you can have a Retina display for $50 more, of course you would take it, right? So it's very sharp, I like that. This is the lower version, so that's fine. But here's the thing that immediately made me, there's two things that made me just want to go ahead and pull the trigger, okay? I've been seeing DDR3 for every year. It's DDR3, DDR3, DDR3. Okay, DDR4 now. Okay, now we're talking. Definitely, I don't know if I'm gonna feel it, but just the fact that it's DDR4, I'm like so tired of the DDR3. So that's one. DDR4 is 2. And then that very morning, right before I was gonna tell him that I'm sorry, I'm gonna cancel the deal, I saw that it had USB-C. I was like, wait, USB-C? Are you serious? That's it. Have to have it. I don't care if I have to work extra, sell 3 more, whatever. Again, being new to the space, I've never seen an iMac with a USB-C port. And so you have now 7th gen i5, DDR4, USB-C, integrated Retina display for $150. So I don't even think you can't build a PC for that much. 7th gen USB-C, well, 7th gen would have USB-C on it, right? But with a dedicated graphics of the, not really named DFAN, but dedicated graphics, USB-C, 7th gen, a nice display, not a Retina, but like a nice monitor, and all of that for $150. I think that's a good deal. Even if I don't keep it, I mean, I'm gonna probably keep it, but just if you added air, you know, anyway. So let's move on. But if you go here, probably gonna take forever. This, I didn't know this, okay? I actually found this out after I bought it. This part blew my mind. And I was immediately thinking I'll just sell it for more, but okay. So one of the parts that I hate about iMacs originally is this. So when I use it during the day, I'd have to turn up the display, and then when I would use it at night, I would turn down the display, right? This kind of looks like an iPad. It's weird. Anyway, and I'm sure you guys already know this because you're into this space. So I am not currently touching the keyboard or the mouse, and I'm going to hold the light up to the light sensor. It goes up by itself. Flashlight down.
Oh my God!
Flashlight up. That's like the, forget the Retina. That's badass. It's like an iPhone. So just for the fact that I don't have to push the brightness thing on the keyboard, which I can never find anyway because I'm not used to the iMac, that is awesome. So just for that simple fact alone, I really want to keep it. The problem is the hard drive is so slow. So also a small fact, I learned that I was trying to find the actual technical differences between them, and besides this. I did learn also that you can actually upgrade the CPU and the memory if you're willing to open it. The memories pops out inside. You can upgrade the processor. It's all modular now inside. I'm not going to do that, but that's just another nice thing to note, side fact. Microphones in front instead of being at the back like the older ones. And it does do Ventura. The 15 that I tried had Monterey. Wait, was it Big Sur or Monterey? I'm not used to Ventura. I actually haven't even used this computer that much yet because the hard drive was so slow, and then I was testing all the other ones, and then where was it? Let's go here. This is the most disappointing part, but it's okay. We already have fixed this, so don't worry. So we're getting like 48 here and 49 here on the internal hard drive. That's the one that I'm on right now, which is half of all the other the ones that I've tried. But watch this. And you've seen this in the other videos. It's pretty obvious what's going to happen. But the third part that I have not tried yet is if you use a USB-C hard drive or SSD, it's going to be way faster. So now let's try it on the, this is at a SSD. Why is it read only? What? Okay, well I showed it in the other videos. Anyway, the USB 3 SSD, 2.5 inch, it's 460 and 460 here. And it's awesome. I used it for a couple days before I put it away to test the other ones. 460 and 460 is what I'm used to. And so I thought that was it, and I'm using this kind of enclosure like this with just a random SSD in it. But what I'm going to eventually get, I'm going to use this for a while, because to me it's fast and it's good. But I had no idea. I've never heard of these things. So it's a USB-C 3.2, 10 gigabyte, M.2 NVMe. So the little NVMe just goes right in there. I've never seen this before. I mean, I think I've seen it mentioned in videos, but I've never actually looked at it. So if you put this in, just plug it in the back, get some sticky tape, stick it to the back. I saw people doing that on the 2017s, and they're getting over 1,000. I think I saw one person getting 1,200. So twice as fast as the SSD. That's, ooh. I mean, I wouldn't even know what to do with that. I don't use the computer that much to need that kind of speed, but I think I might have, because the internal hard drive is basically toast at this point, it's not usable for much. I think I'm going to put this as a boot drive, and then I'll have an SSD USB 3 as the data drive, maybe a bigger one, because this one that I have is only 120. And then the internal poop drive will be just my backup. So that's where I'll save all my backups to. But, what else was I going to say? Here's the problem. Everything's great. Retina's great. Speaker's great. Audio's great. Dedicated graphics, DDR4, quad core. This is like the perfect computer for the price range. You're looking at, if I go this route, it's going to be probably $200 total, which for most people that's cheap. For me, that's very expensive because I don't like to spend more than 100. But of course, you make it back eventually. But here's the problem: 8 gigs. And I don't know it yet because I have not started doing actual video edits and using the software that all the cool kids use, like Final Cut Pro and stuff like that. I have a feeling that this will be the limitation at some point. And so that's okay. I mean, I don't mind having a learning curve here. It's going to take me if I kept this, it's going to take me probably 6 months to even reach the point of education and learning how to use Macs and stuff like that to even worry about this. But I know that's going to be the sore spot. So let me know what you think. If the hard drive was fast enough and you're trying to edit videos, is 8 gigabytes really a limitation at some point? Considering the screen is small, I'll have a second screen at some point so that I can try to edit and then have something else like a YouTube or something running in the background. I have an iPad too. It's an old one. It's an iPad 5. So I think that I could use that for stupid things like YouTube and stuff and not use the computer and just have this be like the actual, business use only type of thing. And then last thing, I might try to install Windows on this, which I did on the 2011. But I don't know. I didn't, even though it worked fine on the 2011, I never used it. It was there and I was all excited about it and I made the video, but I mean, I never used it. And then every time you boot up, you have to select the boot selector and stuff. So I'm hoping to make this just a business computer, use it to make money, to pay for other things, eventually upgrade. And yeah, so let me know what you think. Hopefully the audio is better on this than the other ones, because the older ones, it had so much echo, and I don't know if that's because the microphone was on the back, and now they say it's on the front, so see. Anyway, if you're one of the rare people that have a 2017 21-inch Retina, let me know what your experience was. Let me know if you had any issues with it, or regrets of buying it, considering this was $12.99, 4 years ago, and now it's only $150. I think it's a good deal. But thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.